What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? What is up? How's everybody doing today?
What up,
It's your,
though?
it's your boy Walker Martin in the building. I'm at the cribbo. Had to take care of the kiddos, so I'm over here on my side in North Carolina. Of course, down the street, you got Detroit man with the Grandmaster playing for the I.O.W. network. I do believe the big homie Nick Shine will join us when he can.
Stupid dress screen sitting here 3 hours. What do you say?
No, I think he with drug screening. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
What up, though, man?
that's what Nick's saying. That he's been at the drug screening for 3 hours.
I
I
just
don't
want to say
know.
Facebook user. Could that be Ryan?
I'm not sure. No, it might be Matt because this is the first day that you put the thing on the
Oh,
actual
it's from
page.
the page, the group page.
Yeah, so nobody's giving the everybody. If you're on the Facebook page, exit out and let StreamYard give them usage of your Facebook profile if you want us to see it. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, we just take a guess on who the hell you is. Yeah, that's Matt and that's
Okay.
Vin. Matt and Vin
Oh,
both in there.
what up, though, man?
Yeah. So I think that's just what it is. It didn't give access. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. But as Nick still at the drug screening facility. Yeah, drug screening facility. I think he over there, getting the gloves snapped on him and shit.
Right. How come, how you checking my prostate and both your hands on the table?
He'd be like, "Ma'am, I thought this was a drug screening. Well, we screening to make sure you ain't got nothing up in there." Yeah. Knowing he got a semen cup at the bottom, waiting for him to fill it up.
Here we go.
Sorry, Nick. That's what happens when you're not here, man.
No,
We'll
it happens
find
when
it.
you're here too.
I mean, yeah, it does happen when you're here, but I mean, it makes it better when you're not here because you're defenseless as hell, and I get my shots in. Usually, I don't take them. I let Mel
Yeah.
take them, but I guess it was just the new strand of weed that I got. It makes me want to just attack
Yeah,
more.
you about defensive as a Catholic priest with 10 kids.
Matt Wiley, he talking about lube up that
Lube up.
finger. Shorty empty the whole tube. You be like, damn, what you finna do?
You gotta go deep.
I'm about to check your prostate, make sure you're good. Remember, this is drug screening. No, all right. I'm good. I'm good. But no,
Joe?
yeah, as we alluded to it earlier, the first day that we streamed the I.O.W. Sports Show onto our actual I.O.W. Sports Facebook page.
Right.
It is a public page. See it scrolling on the bottom of your screen. Like, share, comment, spread the word what we got going on. We actually got a topic today that we'll get into. We'll talk about that little Leah Thomas situation, transgender women in women's sports. We'll talk about that later. That was a very polarizing, very topic that came about in the page. And if you want to join it, it's on Facebook, I.O.W. Sports Network. See it scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Is that Matt to say what I got to do? Because everybody say Facebook user, so.
Yeah, Matt. What you do is you exit, go back, and then when you click on the link on the StreamYard link, it should ask you for permission to use your Facebook profile and name, because otherwise it's just going to say Facebook user. So just exit back out. I mean, if you want to, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, we got an idea who he is anyway.
You tell by your comments.
Yeah, we can tell by your comments. Like watch this.
Sorry,
LeBron James. Give
here you come.
Give it a second. Give it a second. And 5, 4, 3, 2, One. It's coming. I know it
It's
is.
coming. We are, oh, that's Matt.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's Matt. But no, definitely join the Facebook page. We emphasize on the network part, especially if you have a sports podcast. You know, share your content, let people. And
There
there
it
it
is.
goes.
It's Matt, y'all.
Yeah, they're Matt, y'all. So let people know what kind of content you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a small business, let people know what kind of services or goods that you're selling. Also, we got that going on. We got the Twitter. We ain't in no Twitter beef though. Not yet, because we ain't let Nick take full control of that shit yet.
Man, this tater tots is banging, man.
I know, because you've been crunching like a motherfucker, and I love tater tots. Where'd you get them from?
Tater tots, huh?
Where'd you get them from?
Oh, I made them downstairs in the air fryer.
You got the air fryer. See, you an air fryer head. I can't get with the air fryer, bro.
Come on, man.
Nah,
Come on, man.
man.
I need you to get a little healthier, man. You don't need all that grease and lard, man.
I'm an old school. Drop it in some fried.
Oh, man. The air fryer is better for you. Better for you. It's not greasy. It's crispy.
Hey, look. Here's the thing. You gonna die. I'm gonna die. Does it matter how long it takes to get there?
Yeah, it does. You'll die tomorrow. You're gonna die next year. I mean,
I'm just saying, if we both eating tater tots, I don't think it really matter, bro. I want that nice crispy tater tot. It comes at that nice hot grease. Get it all nice and crispy too.
Tastes the exact same.
Nah.
You wouldn't tell the difference.
Something about like in Crisco, it tastes a little better.
Okay.
This we need to have this conversation, folks, because when we get these vegetarians and these vegans that used to eat meat and then they transfer over.
Sir, I never ate meat.
Well, pause on that meat. I'm talking about actually
okay, man. Be clear.
Cow and chicken.
Be clear, nigga. Be clear.
see, here's the thing. Y'all act brand new because y'all on the other side now. Yeah, and y'all want to. Oh, it's so much healthier. I'll never go back. It's never the same. Y'all remember good and damn well when them fried chicken legs came out that nice cast iron skillet that grandmama and them was putting the damn Crisco in, and when the bacon grease, and she kept all of it. And
it was good. I'm not denying it wasn't good. I'm not denying. I want a chicken leg eater anyways. I couldn't stand chicken leg.
Or chicken wings. Come on.
Yeah, I was a wing guy.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandma got me eating chicken backs.
Hey, I still eat them. I still eat chicken gizzards. I still eat
backs and the necks.
Yeah, I ain't that country. I ain't going that far. Not only are we on the Twitter, but we are also on the Instagram. So in any Instagram models, we're gonna be polite today. We're gonna call them Instagram models. And
you're gonna be polite, nigga.
Help my boy out. Go ahead, slide some little pictures or whatever. Give him let his imagination run.
Don't be sending no pictures with clothes on. I can see that anywhere. It's a waste of my time. I only want to click on the dang on thing. You gonna have clothes on?
Man, come on, man. Like, come on.
Nigga, I want full beaver.
You want the full thing?
I want the full Monty.
We talking about the NHL trade deadline today. That's got to be Milazzo. I know that's Milazzo.
Man, I ain't watched hockey this year.
I've been watching some. I ain't watched a lot. I'm not going to cap. I'm not even going to lie.
Who's that? That said, is that Matt? Both of y'all drinking water out of potato salad bowl?
Nah, that Vin talking all that head. Welcome back, Vin. Yeah, I was right. That was Milazzo. Nah, man, because we both cook. It's the damn quart cups, man. And these quart cups come in handy, man.
I mean, so I bring stuff from work. I just use these as cups.
Well, no, for me, because I've been trying to do so much better because I haven't bought a pack of cigarettes in 3 weeks.
Yeah, but you eating that fried stuff. Go ahead, nigga.
Man, first of all, okay. Yeah, I ain't even gonna cat dog. I had some fried chicken legs last night.
I know you did. That's why you brought it up.
So,
So you brought it up.
but no, I've been getting better at drinking my water, and so
That's good, man.
I know if I want my
Baby
gallon,
steps.
I just drink 4 of these because it's a quart, and so
That's why I do it too.
yeah, it makes it easy for me to remember. So if I know I took 4 down, I have my gallon of water for the day. But no, Milazzo, I mean, we could talk trade deadline. If you want, Milazzo, I can send you the link and you can school us for a minute on some NHL because I've been slacking on my NHL.
I'm gonna slacking this year. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
ain't even gonna cap. I've been slacking on my NHL. I know I have been paying
I usually
attention.
pick up around the playoffs though. I do pick it up around that time.
Now I usually pick up around All-Star break, but I know well, because I know with the Hurricanes actually playing well and in good
Yeah,
standing,
I heard that.
I might catch a game before the regular season is up. I might catch a game before the regular season is up. But um I've been paying attention to Alex Ovechkin. He's getting closer to being
Yeah,
an all-time leading scorer
I saw that. I
in
did see that.
NHL. Well, he's one of my favorite players in NHL, so I always watch him. Um, Other than that, I've been kind of in and out on hockey. I've been, obviously in a NFL, gonna get some research, NBA, especially NBA right now with March Madness going on. We'll talk about some March Madness as well. But no, let's get down to the nitty gritty of what we do, of what we came and what
What
we
we
are
came to do.
all about. So, uh, bruh, what?
Hmm?
It's a lot going on in NFL, bro.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on, and let's get to the news that happened Friday. I know I kind of touched on it, and big homie Nick kind of touched on it as well. Man, Deshaun Watson picks Cleveland of all places.
Right.
Are you kind of shocked by that? Kind of surprised?
Yeah, because I remember we was talking about it. That's why I go blue, man. I know who that is.
Yeah.
Cause when we talked about, I said I think I would love to see him go to the Browns, but we thought he was out. We thought the Browns was out.
Yeah.
And then I looked up, I'm like, he going to the Browns? That's a great move for the Browns. That is a great move for the Browns. They have to be the favorite.
Definitely for the Browns. I mean, you talk about the roster setup, and that's been one of the biggest things we've been big on. Is literally, you look at Kareem Hunt, who they got in the backfield, Nick Chubb,
Right.
who they got in the backfield. If I'm Jarvis Landry, I'm trying to come back.
You better be trying to hurry up and get back.
I'll take a veteran, friendly little deal that's friendly for the team. Enough scratch in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because he's 29, 30, so he's not going to get that insane wide receiver money. He's not getting Devontae Adams type of money.
Right.
He's a serviceable receiver, Jarvis Landry is. But now that you see Deshaun in the building, hey, I'm back.
Right.
Can I come back?
Oh, you didn't tell me you was getting him.
Yeah, you didn't tell me you was getting D Watson. Like, yeah, let a brother come back up in the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let me come on back. You like, but for
and
me,
they get Jarvis Landry back though, they'd really be nice.
Yeah, I mean, you got your boy from Michigan, Peoples Jones, over there.
Yeah, you got Peoples Jones. You got they got
Njoku at tight end.
Njoku. Did they get rid of Hooper?
Nah, they still got.
I was talking about that one time.
I think they still got him. Well, they paid for him a couple of years ago. They got him.
Who else they got? They still got Kareem Hunt as of today.
Well, hell, they technically got 3 running backs. Dearness Johnson ain't no scrub.
Yeah, he's nice too.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a nice squad, man. Defense is tight. Anything you could think of, they pretty much got it. So my thing is, they should be the favorites in that conference and the favorites to kind of go to Super Bowl.
Wow. Wait, hold on, bro. Let's hold on now. Let's hold on.
I didn't say they the only ones. Said they could be. They one of the favorites.
it sounded like you were saying they should be the favorite. I was like,
No,
well,
they
hold on,
let me
player.
say one of the favorites.
Okay, I can say that.
Because they can match up with you take all the teams in the AFC with Deshaun Watson there. They can match up with any of the teams.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
At the quarterback position.
Matchup wise, they can match up with any team. You got the
Yes.
receiver core. You're gonna have to account for everybody on the field.
Yes.
You know, they get the running game established, and Deshaun Watson can run.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So he's a threat too.
Yes.
So you gotta account for all that. And I like Baker, where Baker had the he wasn't much of a runner. He did bootleg and stuff like that, but I was still based on the run.
I'll say this. Yes, you are right in everything you just said.
However.
Absolutely right. No, and however, Browns to the Super Bowl.
Here's my thing. Well, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead, and I'll say what I'm saying.
To answer that question, I'm not going to say it's not a possibility. All I'm saying is, for the Browns to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to get past a lot of other good teams in the AFC.
I admit that. But see, if you look at the AFC West, they're gonna beat up on each other.
Oh, don't even get me started on the AFC West.
They're gonna beat up on each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Whoever come out of that coming out hobbling. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you battle tested though. But you battle tested.
But shoot, man. Sometimes you get a couple of them bruises, and you go to someone that's nice and well rested. Oh man, I ain't got no firepower for them.
No, you're right. They can get you.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they the all out favorite. I'm just saying that they got to be counted in that conversation.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing that. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying is when you go against Kansas City, been together for a minute,
and they got a nice pickup too over there. Receiver, they got Juju Smith.
He's 25.
Yeah,
and if you look at the contract, man, that contract was genius by Brett Veach. He's pretty much only paying him $3 million, and everything else is incentive based.
But no, I want to talk about as of today because we don't know what Kansas City might do. Their offense looks strong, but their defense still hasn't been fortified.
Well, I like Justin Reed picking him up as safety. He's 25. Mm-hmm. He can give you just as much smart mental as Tyrann Mathieu.
They lost what's his name?
Travarius Ward.
No, I'm talking about the linebacker.
What, Anthony Hitchens?
No, I mean, it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know why I can't think of my man's name.
Who the Chiefs did? Chiefs didn't lose no linebacker?
I thought they lost. Oh, was it? They lost somebody. I can't remember. It happened earlier, so I can't remember right now. But anyway,
no. Tyrann Mathieu, the safety.
I know about Tyrann Mathieu. I know about Mathieu.
Yeah, Honey Badger was a key piece.
Yeah, but he didn't go nowhere. They didn't get rid of him.
Well, he's a free agent. He's not back in the building. He ain't under contract with the Chiefs.
I think he come back.
If he comes back, I don't know. We just signed Justin Reed at his same position for
where he gonna go?
What, Honey Badger?
Yeah.
I saw him rumored to go to New Orleans.
That's a bad spot for him.
I don't know. Well, New Orleans just lost Williams to Baltimore, so they need a safety.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying New Orleans has a great defense, but the team as a whole is not going anywhere. So now you just be sitting there.
I don't know, bro.
But Jameis Winston, I know we're supposed to talk about it later, but still, crab legs is not gonna get you nowhere.
I get what you're saying. You know me and you have always been eye to eye on crab legs.
Right.
But I got to admit, before he went down and had the injury last year, it wasn't like crab legs was playing terrible football. He was actually
he wasn't.
Good.
However,
hey, come on, no, hold on. We're not going however that situation. If he doesn't go down with that injury, New Orleans is probably in the playoffs. I'm not saying they win in the Super Bowl, but they're a slightly better team than probably any of the other NFC teams in there.
They offense. I don't see their offense putting up a lot of points. I mean, they had a couple of games where it's like, oh wow, what crab legs did that? but
Yeah, true.
you know, he's still. I mean, he's not a horrible quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's
I
a
think he's right for New Orleans, though.
yeah. I'll give you that, but that's not saying much.
Hey, you don't need look. You don't need the All Star. You don't need the Tom Brady, the Peyton
I
Mannings
mean,
to get
Eli
to the
Manning
Super
won 2
Bowl.
Super Bowls, so
And okay, so that's my biggest example.
yeah,
If
I
if
hear you with
if
that.
if you can get to the, you got
Matt, you
this.
still there? Matt, you still
Of
there? Sorry.
course, yeah, yeah. Look, you still got the Super Bowl defense right there
Yeah,
in New Orleans.
right.
You just need a couple of more weapons on offense, and you back in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's not far fetched to really think that. I mean,
Right.
you
That's
still
why.
got
That's
Alvin
why I prefaced
Kamara.
the statement when I was talking about the Chiefs. I meant and also when that applies to the yeah, oh yeah, that applies to New Orleans too as of today.
Okay.
But they don't have to me enough to be in front of the conversation. You still have. I want to go far what we will talk about, so I'm trying not to mention too much stuff. But you still have other teams that's in front of them. Let me say that.
Okay, that's fair.
You know.
I also will follow up with what you're saying, as in when you see the balance of the power shift, with especially with quarterbacks, you might got an easier path in the NFC. So I'm not going to say that you can go ahead and just eliminate New Orleans
No, you
just
can't
because
eliminate
of
it. I
just
think. I think.
because of the fact. I mean, look at what the hell's going on in the AFC.
I
If I'm a
mean,
quarterback and I just want a good job and on a decent team, and I don't have to be an all-star, like hell, this might be a year Kirk Cousins might fuck around and be in the NFC Championship game.
I will say this.
So you
It's
just
coming.
gonna bypass?
It's coming.
You
It's
just gonna
coming.
bypass all of that?
I'm gonna come and say. First of all, let me preface. Fuck Kirk Cousins. I had to get that out real quick. And I will say this though: if you look at the NFC, especially with all the movement, thank you, Matt.
No, we're
you
not
know,
doing that.
with all the movement and stuff, you got Tampa Bay still gonna look strong with Brady there. Green Bay a suspect. You know what I'm saying? They suspect now. Even with Roger, they suspect.
You just say, whoa. Okay.
They suspect, bro. Come on, man.
Look.
You
Come on,
can't
bro.
tell me
No.
they got rid of Devontae.
We're not going to do that. No,
Come
we're
on,
not.
man. They suspect, bro.
We're not going
They
to do
suspect.
that.
He does not have an S on his chest. Just a 12.
You are not
That's
going to
it.
do. Look at what's in not just the NFC, but look at what's in the NFC North. You got to go against. Come on,
I didn't see. No,
Kirk Cousins.
I'm talking about the NFC as a whole.
I know.
I'm not talking about his division.
But hold on, rock with me, because I'm gonna go
Okay,
micro.
go ahead.
So I'm gonna go micro, then I'm gonna go macro. Just hear me out.
Oh, look at you! You don't even have the glasses on.
You look at the NFC North. Aaron Rodgers has dominated that division.
Correct.
And that's just with pretty much one weapon in Devontae Adams.
Okay.
It's not like the Packers didn't get draft picks back. They got some good draft picks back for Devontae Adams. And you don't have to use that cap space that you were about to pay him the same amount. Okay. And now you got the ability to touch other places. As good as Devontae Adams is, he was pretty much the only target that Aaron Rodgers was targeting. Now that he's no longer there, you have to use your wide receiver core and all of it. And so I'm telling you, that doesn't change how
he don't have nothing to use.
But that don't change how good Aaron Rodgers is.
I'm not saying that, but a suspect based on what they have.
Come on, dog. It's still the same gunslinger quarterback.
I refuse to dick ride Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not dick riding. I'm just
saying. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying I refuse to do it.
I'm just saying that the man is still just as great as he was the year before when he just came off of 2 back-to-back MVP wins.
He Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
And that's okay. But that's still good enough to win the NFC North.
Okay. Wait, I wasn't denying that. I was not denying that. And so Chicago in shambles, Detroit rebuilding, I would like to refer to the comment at the bottom. Fuck Kirk Cousins. You know. So it's like, okay, so you winning that. You playing against you in high school playing against middle school. So okay. Ain't nothing to brag about.
Okay, but
But you still have
what's his biggest competition?
I was getting to that. You still got the Rams.
That's one.
Still got the 49ers. No telling what they,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, that's still up in the air quarterback position. We don't know they don't move Jimmy or not. So they
Okay.
moved Jimmy
So are you putting the 49ers in there as of how they're constructed right now?
right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
You still got Tampa.
Yes.
And the wild card will be Philly, depending on what they do in the draft. Because they got 3 draft picks. They got 3 draft. They can build a nice defense. They can build a nice 3 draft picks, buddy. And they picking right in the middle of that pack. And notice I never said Giants, man. I said Philly.
With the San
Right
Francisco
division,
Giants?
wrong team. Right division, wrong team.
Well, San Francisco Giants doing the wrong
Right,
sport, bro.
right,
Wrong
right.
sport.
Wrong sport, bro. Right, wrong sport. But you look at what Philly got in the draft. Those 3 picks, man. If they pick correctly, that could be a monster.
Yes.
I mean, not Jalen Hurts still has to produce. So don't get me wrong on that either. But I'm saying that's why I say they're a wild card. Because depending on how that draft go.
Love you too, man.
Ain't nothing but love, bro. You know, depending on how that draft go, I think Philly will be a wild card in the next year or this year.
Okay. So let's break it down.
All right, go ahead.
All the teams, how they're constructed right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go hypothetically. There's 7 playoff teams in the NFC.
Right.
Green Bay's one of them.
Yeah, they haven't made the playoffs.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
They haven't made the playoffs.
All right, so you said Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
San Fran?
Mm-hmm.
You said LA?
Mm-hmm. Rams. Green Bay. I'm gonna say Green Bay. And a couple of them gonna get on there based on because you gotta put some more teams in there, but I'm saying watch for Philly.
Okay, so that's 5 teams. 2 more. Probably Cowboys. Obviously, they're going to win the NFC.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Depends what Philly do, bro. I'm telling you.
Look, they just won 11 games last year.
All right, so let's say Cowboys. Okay, we'll go Cowboys. Okay, so Cowboys.
That's 6.
Right.
Who's your last one? Think Arizona gets back? The way that they're constructed right now.
They have the potential to be a wild card team. But
I'm gonna put the Saints in there.
I can't do it, man. Jameson just doesn't. I don't know, man. He just don't do it for me, man. I just don't think. I think towards the end he gonna fall off.
But that's Kyler Murray.
Oh well, we know
just described Kyler Murray.
Yeah, but that's Kyler Murray without crab legs.
Come on, man. You talking about falling off at the end of the city?
You're right. But see, here's the thing.
That's Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray in Arizona. They win enough games at the front end to help them in the back end when they get ready to fall off. I don't think New Orleans gonna do that. I just don't think they're gonna do that, bro. If they get in the playoffs, they're gonna crawl in the playoffs.
They may crawl there, but I can.
Okay, now all the teams we named, who they beating? Maybe Arizona. I don't see. I even though I just got through saying about Arizona, I think not Arizona. About Green Bay, I don't think they can beat Green Bay.
Oh, come on.
Right, man. Thank you. Crab walk.
Are we just going to sit here and just deny the fact that Green Bay literally just got demolished by that same New Orleans defense last year?
Hey, man, that was last year. That wasn't the playoffs either.
I know it wasn't the playoffs, but let's look. Come on, see.
Playoffs a different beast, bro.
You sure you ain't been in my stats? Because this is what we doing. Is this what we doing today? Because we're not going to sit here and act like New Orleans isn't set up for a Super Bowl. They just need a couple of more
They set up
weapons
for the
on
NIT.
offense. Oh my gosh. Not invited. I always wondered that. If I was a basketball coach, I'm like, why the fuck would I take a NIT tournament? Like, I don't want to do no
I
more
think it's still.
tournaments.
I think the Giants beat New Orleans last year, bro. Thank you, Matt. Right on time. I think you still get some money from that, though. That's why I think they probably go. I don't think you just leave out there with nothing. So they probably go to try to get recoup some kind of money.
Get some kind of money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, you're right. Because they
And
get to play in
biscuit.
Madison Square. Yeah.
Couple coupons.
Hey, you never know. Might find a way into some strange. You never know.
You never know, man. They do some strange for some change. You know what I'm saying?
Try to get my dick up in the back. I thought you would that.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I don't see New Orleans beating Green Bay. Not in the playoff game. Regular season, yeah, no. They might be able to pull it off.
I hear you.
I'm not seeing them beating they're not beating LA. They're not beating Tampa Bay.
Nah, don't say that. They had Tampa Bay's number. Probably not in the playoffs, but they've been able
playoffs though. We talking about playoffs.
But they've been able to sweep them.
What up, though, 40?
We've been able to sweep them. We see how suspect look against the Lions this year. Hey, what's up, Silent Hill TDS? Now, 40, you got a point, man. For some reason, the Lions always play Green Bay hella tough for some damn reason. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. But I mean, but the overall theme of this with Deshaun and going to the Browns, man, it literally.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna say now the Lions gonna beat Green Bay this year.
Yeah, you've been in my damn weeds.
Watch what I tell you. When it happens, you timestamp this.
Okay, yeah, write it down, take a picture of it. I don't give a damn.
Right. And we're gonna come back to it. Oh man, you did say that and be like,
Mel high on this shit, talking about the Lions is gonna beat the Packers.
Like this, like told you.
Nah, see, that's some Homer shit right there, dog. That is some straight Homer shit.
No, man. How long we been doing this? How long we been doing this? How I never do the Homer stuff.
You just did it.
No, I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you.
You just did it.
I'm just telling you, man.
That's how suspect. You drug tested.
That's how suspect Green Bay is. The Lions gonna beat them. They're gonna split it.
There's still a draft left to happen. There's still a free agency is still going. I'm telling you, that team is going to get better.
Okay,
they got the money now because they didn't put it on Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers can still make chicken salad.
Man, they're gonna draft 2 quarterbacks. You don't see Pitts and Malik on the team.
Oh my God. Flags for life.
It said,
hello, I'm Jenny. Slightly off topic. I have a date tonight. Any advice?
Oh, wait. It depends on where you at.
Well, let me ask you this, Jenny. What's your intentions for tonight? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying we adults. I mean, right. if you intending to find something solid, is this a what they call it, them Tinder dates?
Right.
Eat and beat. Is that what this is? I mean,
it was an eat and beat. Then go somewhere you eat fast.
But I mean, overall, be yourself.
But if you're looking at trying to build something, go somewhere nice and where you can take your time, talk, get a chance to meet the person you with. I don't know if it's a female or male. You got to ask these days. I think dinner is always a nice place to go. You can get a good conversation and you can talk. If that's what you're looking for. If you're just looking for something, like a Tinder date.
Yeah.
Maybe it don't matter where you go.
Nah, damn that. If it's a Tinder date, we ain't meeting out in public. It's your crib or my crib. What's up?
It's like you spend this $40. You can spend this $40 however you want.
Or hell, or shit. Meet me at the Motel 6.
That's it.
If you want to be safe about it,
I'll do the light on for you.
Yeah. Like I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah. It's a first date. We are going bowling. That's nice. Then for food, hopefully, long term is another girl we met on Tinder, but I have FaceTime.
This time. Okay.
All right.
Well, well, that's dope. So, I mean, I love bowling. I'm pretty good at bowling.
I'm like good at bowling. I like it though.
No, I'm good at
I'm
bowling.
one of them lucky bowlers. You know what I'm saying? I be bowling strikes, be like,
Nah, bro, I got skill. 225, my highest score.
oh
225.
really? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. I think
Yeah. I mean, I ain't trying to be professional. That's just been my highest score.
Payne Weber up in here.
Who you think you are? I am. But
Yeah, I
no,
think bowling is nice.
yeah, I like bowling.
Get a nice meal. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good start right there. And just be relaxed and be yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's it. Just be relaxed and be yourself, and you'll be all right.
Especially like with being yourself, that gives you a good gauge on,
Right.
how people really are accepting of you. Because this is what you see is what you get.
My height score is 186. Your height score is 186. Oh,
Yeah,
you
she's
beat
talking
me
about
too.
highest score 186. Oh,
Yeah,
so
you beat
you,
me too.
oh no, Jenny, you a little bit competitive. Don't get too competitive. So,
That's on you.
that's totally up to you. You grown.
You grown. I
You is
mean, like I
grown.
said, it depends on what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for something long term, I wouldn't.
I say this. I say this.
But if you just looking for something just to to do, go for it. Depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. I
Wait a
mean,
minute. This is a dude with a woman. It's not we're not talking about two ladies, are we?
yeah, but I'm saying like adult conversation. Like if
Oh
you
yeah,
feel
man.
like
I talk about anything.
all I'm saying is if you feeling up for it and it's organically going to happen, I mean, just understand that what happens after that. You might get ghosted. She might come back. You never know.
That's why I said this. If you really like you digging this person, liking this person,
make them
I wouldn't.
wait.
Just
Make
make
them
them
wait.
wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, make them wait.
yeah,
Cause that
there,
anticipation, boy, ain't no joke.
yeah. That anticipation, motherfucker.
Anticipation ain't no joke.
Hey, had that damn woman walking around with the Great Lakes, just ready to drip.
Right. Ready to drip. You
Hey,
going
you going to the bowling alley? You should be like casual, but
casual and comfortable.
kind of cute, casual and
Yeah,
comfortable. You know what
and
I'm
comfortable.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Like you can have a little, show a little bit, but nothing
Look, cleavage
crazy.
out, but it's there.
Yeah, don't go in there
I
with
don't
the
know.
plastic wrap on. Don't go out there with the plastic wrap.
I know that's right. But if you do, send me your picture.
Cute casual, like
Some jeans.
jeans, nice
Damn.
little t-shirt that's
Look,
kind of show a little cleavage.
what kind of t-shirt show cleavage, nigga? A
I mean,
V-neck t-shirt?
yeah, like a little V cut or like
Oh,
a U
V-cut,
cut.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, don't wear a V-cut. Cause when you bend over, you don't see everything. It's like, dang, what you need to be.
Wrong?
You need to have something like
Sir,
a
sir.
nice.
What's
Huh?
what's wrong with seeing everything?
This is my thing. Let's go back to what I said originally. If you really like want this to go somewhere, you know what
Yes,
I'm
Matt,
saying?
this is real. We are giving relationship advice for the first time ever on I.O.W Sports.
Yeah,
And I'm
normally we do
with
this on I.O.W, but
it.
but yeah, I think some nice jeans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what your closet look like, but a nice shirt and just something that you look real nice and you want to be comfortable.
You know
Like
what, damn
yo,
it.
go
You know
ahead.
what? Damn what we talking about. What do you wear on a regular that you think is cute for you?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Because remember, this is a job. This is an interview, pretty much. I mean, so Shorty need to take you for you, and so be you, Jenny.
Yeah, be
Be
you.
you.
Just don't, like I said, if you really wanted to go somewhere, like you saying,
Yeah,
just what I'm saying, don't be giving up on the first night. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But if you going out with me, then that's cool.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, yeah. Do
Too
you,
much.
Jenny?
Do you? Nah, do you?
Nah,
Do you?
do you
Do
be
you
comfortable?
be comfortable, enjoy yourself,
Yeah,
and let it happen. If you go in there with like nervousness and all that stuff, just be yourself, be casual, you be smooth.
hmm
Now back to the sports.
Man, that's crazy. We really just gave dating advice to
Hey
Jenny.
man, we do. Hey, and
First
let us
time
know how it
ever.
went too, Jenny. We be back here on Thursday, so you
Yes. Oh man, that'd be dope. Man, Jenny, please come back
yeah.
and let us know the results of the date. I mean, you ain't got to go into details. I mean, if you want
She
to,
doesn't
guys,
give up.
go to
And
his
I,
details.
Nick said, Rufy don't usually doesn't give up. Oh, shit. Yeah. All right, you're welcome.
Really, Nick? Oh, you're welcome, Jenny. Now for sure, we'll be back on Thursday,
Oh
4
yeah,
p.m.
we
Eastern
like to
Standard Time.
we here for you.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
because I'm curious now how this
I'm
gonna
curious
go.
now. Now you got us like, how did it go? You know what I'm
I know,
saying?
right? Site 40 was said they do every year too. We always have have a rough time talking about the Packers with the Lions. So hey, it don't matter if it's home or away. Don't let Detroit fool you because he's trying to throw some more crazy juju out right now before training
Nah,
camp and
bro,
all
I am
this,
not, bro. I'm
talking
not.
about the Packers
Look, man.
ain't where they at. They
Look,
struggling.
man. Every,
He trying to throw on them jujus because he trying to sneak a little win. Come
no,
on
bro. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
now.
I like the direction that they're going. For one thing, now that's honestly, I like the way the Lions going. I like the direction. I've been a fan all my life. I endure Wayne Fonts, Bobby Ross. I can go down the line of horrible Matt Millen and Mayhew in the front office picking garbage picks all the time that don't go through.
No, they
Just
only
want
like
to
wide receivers.
right, wide receiver all three picks. You know what I mean? Only hit on one.
That's all they like was wide
But I would
receivers.
say like this: Charles Rogers just would have some mental stuff going on. I think he would have been a good receiver. He had the mental stuff going on
Yeah,
because he's
yeah.
even though he went to Michigan State, he still is a good receiver.
So are you low key throwing shade on Michigan State? Is that what it is? That's what that
No,
sounds like.
that's where Kirk Cousins went.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Is that what we're doing
But
here?
no,
We throwing low key shade on.
but my point is, this is one of the, I always do that. But it's one of the first years that in Ohio State, you know. It's one of the first years
No,
that
you
I can.
bluntly shit on Ohio State. There's a
Oh
difference.
yeah, you're right. I actually feel like they actually look. You got someone competent people in the front office. You know, Brad Holmes seems know what he's doing. I mean, the jury's still out on Dan Campbell, but I like, as far as his coaching skills, but I like the environment. I like the atmosphere. I like all that he's creating there. You know, it has a winning mindset. And if you look at how they re-signed, some of the people that re-signed, they came back because they like what's going on in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm
And
about to
then,
drug test you, bro.
man, look, I follow a lot of Detroit pages. I'm telling you,
I'm about to drug test you. I'm just
man,
really
I'm not
about to
saying
drug test
Detroit
you.
going to the Super Bowl. I ain't saying they ain't gonna make the playoff. I'm just saying this is one of the first times as being a fan where it seemed like they actually look like competent people in the office running the team.
How many times have y'all said that in your life?
I have not said that since now I will say I had some optimistic stuff. Oh, they may be good this year. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? But
Wait,
far as,
hold on. Lions fans know what optimism is?
hey man, the first 2 or 3 weeks. And then, then it all goes downhill from there. But I'm gonna say, Matt said never. I will say, like I said, man, looking at what they doing and some of the moves they doing and stuff, I be like stuff I've been reading up on it. It's one of the first time you had competent people in the front office. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
hey, front office makes a difference. You see how in Cleveland they got competent.
Right. Look how long Cleveland been garbage.
And they built up the team.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they had the answer at quarterback.
Right.
They soon figured out that, like everybody else knew the truth.
Right.
He wasn't it.
And they ain't even hold on to him. They could have been like, well, we're gonna hold on to him because we may. It's like, all right, bye.
Bro, they went ahead and traded for a quarterback, paid the man, paid the man and still ain't moved him, and they still ain't requested, still ain't gave him no kind of anything to say that we're going to put you in a good predicament. Here's the thing. Here's the timeline. Cleveland says, "Hey, Deshaun, we want you. We're gonna talk to you." Baker gets butt hurt, says goodbye to Cleveland.
Right.
Asks for a trade. Cleveland says, "Hell no, your ass ain't going nowhere. Sit your ass down." Deshaun says, "Nah, I ain't gonna mess with y'all." And then Cleveland still said, "Nah, Baker, sit your ass down." And then all of a sudden, Deshaun came back and said, "Hey, Cleveland, man, y'all do look kind of right to me. Like let work something out."
You think it's a contract that putting $1 million on that first year,
bro?
Did that withdraw him into Cleveland?
First of all, let's speak on Deshaun's contract. Was it 230 million?
So I think Matt had put up there 230 mil,
fully guaranteed, 5-year deal,
right?
And this year is only a base salary of $1 million, just in case he gets suspended,
right?
So he's not losing a lot of money.
If they said 60,000 a year per day per suspension,
bro. If I am an athlete and I just saw what Deshaun just got, I am calling Deshaun and saying, "Who the hell is your agent?" Because
I just think, here's what I think.
That's a genius contract.
It's a good contract, but Deshaun happened to be at the right moment at the right time.
At the right time.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at Cleveland. Well, not just Cleveland. There's several teams looking for a franchise quarterback this year. But he happened to be. And how often do you actually get a quarterback that's franchise in their prime?
He's 25, 26 years old.
Most teams not giving up a quarterback like that.
Well, Houston does.
I mean, I'm just saying, most teams. I mean, it's because of
they
the
gave
situation.
Up a top 5 wide receiver in the middle of his prime. So I mean,
yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. But my point is, this is something you don't. It's a rare thing. Let's say that. It's a rare thing.
Yes.
And so he just happened to be at the right place at the right time, And then Cleveland, to put that $1 million base salary, that might have been attractive to him. So you know what? Y'all pulled all the stops. So I'm gonna go ahead and come here. Then you probably look at the roster and all that stuff too, but that right there might have really got him in to come to say reconsider.
I have 229 million waiting on me. I'm good.
Right.
Just in case if I don't
till year 2 and then suspends his ass.
I thought about that too, though. I thought about that too.
What's up,
that would be some janky shit.
Fucking old man just walked 2.7 miles to get home in like 45 minutes. My back is tighter than a masseuse entering a room with Deshaun Watson. Oh my Lord. What's up, everybody?
What's happening? But yeah.
Oh man, what's up?
So can
my blood pressure? My beats per minute? Everything except my life expectancy is up right now.
No, you just did that walk, man. All you did was just extended it. You good.
And
you got the water jugs.
And you got the water too.
Look at that. Hey, look at I.O.W, man. Look at all us just drinking all this damn water around.
We need a quick
nickname. What's the name?
Yeah. Fuck Concentra. Rahway, New Jersey. Fuck Concentra. I walked in that door at 12:58 to take up not a physical, not an examination, a pee test. I did not get in with the nurse until 3:56. I watched fucking 3 episodes of NCIS Los Angeles. Which I'm not complaining about. I love that show, but I didn't want to watch an 1/8 of a season in a lobby. I need a nap. I'm gonna crash and I'll be curled up on the couch in like 40 minutes.
This guy.
So what are we covering? I heard a little bit as I was walking home.
You need a Snickers?
Right.
You need a Snickers?
I'm fucking hangry too. I'm fucking hangry. I heard Sean. I heard the Love Lines with Mar and Mel. I caught the end of that just as I was getting home.
Can I say this though? I was listening to Marvin Metcalf. I'm so sick of people keep bringing up. Yeah, but what about the 22 allegations? Man, fuck you.
I'm glad you talked.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about this. He went to court. The criminal charge has been dropped. Now we just talking about civil. And I'm kind of based on what Myron said, because that's what really kind of ticked me off. Because he was like, well, how many people that's gonna get 22 people to conspire against you? Man, America's built on conspiracy. How many they conspired against Emmett Till? They conspired against Martin Luther King. I can go down a list about people that got conspired against and ended up dead.
Today at Concentra.
Right. Nick at Concentra. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me just because you got 22 people, everybody trying to get a bag. You got people that go to clubs looking for people that's famous to start fights so they can get a bag. You got women that look out for men that got money so they can get pregnant so they can get a bag. Mm-hmm. So you mean tell me if I see a case starting, I was like, oh wow, I was his masseuse. I just say he touched me wrong.
Well, I heard, to add what you're saying, to agree with your point, I heard that he used a masseuse agency. Like he was calling one place and they were sending him masseuses. So what probably happened was, from my experience, somebody may have found out, right? Oh, I know who this is. Oh, he used a card. And they were like, oh shit, that's who this is. And so forth. They go back to the office. Everyone starts talking like, oh shit, this guy plays in the NFL. He's got a $140 million contract.
They start chirping.
Me.
Right.
All of a sudden, you got your group going against one guy. You can't tell me 22 different women knew who the fuck Deshaun Watson is. And I'm not saying that to knock Deshaun Watson. I'm saying that in the masseuse industry,
right?
I highly doubt that 22 women knew this was him.
Well, here's my thing. When you got people like Metcalf talking about Deshaun Watson,
who is Metcalf anyway?
He's on ESPN. He got a show on ESPN. It's on the radio.
Okay. Well, if he's going to have that energy towards Deshaun Watson, talking about 22 allegations, then you better keep that same energy when we talking about Daniel Snyder, who can't keep that damn situation in Washington correct.
Right.
If he's going to have that energy about Deshaun Watson, he better have that same damn energy with Jerry Jones and his mess that he got going on.
Right.
So if you're going to have that energy about Deshaun Watson, you better carry that same energy with every other person that has done something either remotely similar to what Deshaun has done in the NFL. You better have that same energy with Robert Kraft when he had his situation. Come on now.
You don't hear him saying, oh, I wouldn't go play for New England because look what Robert Kraft did. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not going to play with Dallas.
It's the only thing that ever made me like the Patriots. That was like, all right, respect.
Be like, oh, you're just a man too.
Now I get it. Now I understand.
Oh, okay.
I love your mac and cheese, and I love your philosophy on massages.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little rub and tug.
So my thing is like, don't try this man in the public court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Let him have his day in court. Let him have his day in court.
Thursday, though, we said that nowadays in America, you are guilty until proven innocent. And even when you are proven innocent, people have made up their minds and are convinced that he did something wrong. They don't want to hear the truth. They're like, no, I know this motherfucker did it.
Right, but part of that, Nick, too, is because people putting out that stuff saying he's bad. So that's just really just drilling that and reinforcing what you already think about him. You know what I'm saying? If the narrative was going out, hey, just wait till he have his day in court. Wait. Then some people step back. Some people step back. Okay, I'll wait. But when you feeding into that, you already have that energy and you feeding into that, that makes it worse.
Do you know who does that? Old heads like us.
Stephen A. Smith? Oh, you're talking about the other part, the latter part.
Don't ever say the A. Don't ever get into him and say the A. So old heads like us. But this new Twitter, I have to state my opinion. It's got to be out there right now. Everyone needs to know what I think. They don't want to wait because they make their declaration. And once you make your declaration, you're putting the flag in the sand and you're standing there by it and you will die on that hill.
Right.
Because
Hey,
you made
it's
your opinion known, and now you have to stand by your opinion and defend it no matter what.
No
And
matter
again,
what.
fucking Concentra.
it's
Oh wow, how we come full circle back to Cassandra?
Because I'm still enraged. Until my heartbeat comes down, I'm enraged.
What you about to say, Lamar?
We got to look at it this way. It's a I want to be first instead of I want to be right type of atmosphere right now.
Mm-hmm.
And and that was my thing with Deshaun. If the man was never convicted, he was never suspended, and he's this is one thing that I can't stand where people want to continue to call him a criminal. I
Mm-hmm.
said, well, my thing is if you're gonna have that energy, there's a long line of
Can I break up
players.
Ben Roethlisberger?
But I mean, you can, but and he
I'm
can
just
fit that.
saying.
I'm just saying. No, you're not wrong. He can fit that mold. So
Right.
let's call a spade, and that's what I'm
Because
saying.
what they said Ben did was way worse than what Deshaun did when he was accused of
Yeah,
underage girl enforcing yourself on them, actually penetrating and raping them. That's way worse than what they're accusing Deshaun of.
they talking about he just busting nuts on females.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He just tapped you with his dick. I mean, it's still a dick tap.
A little tappy.
A little tap-a-roo.
Now, I will say this: one of the females said that he tried to force her to have oral sex. One of them said that. But my thing is like he opened your mouth and pulled it open. I mean,
if you try to push someone's not, I mean, we don't want to get into that discussion.
Yeah, you want to get into that?
No, yeah. Because I don't want to.
There's ways
to. I don't want to play with that slope. But at the end of the day, if no criminal charges are being brought against him, which happened a week ago, let it go.
Let it go, and let's see how it plays out. And you know what I'm saying? That's how you got it. That's how you can.
The people. I'm not accusing anyone here. Let me back it up and talk in generics.
Mm-hmm.
If you are accusing someone in anything, we're not talking about the Deshaun case. I don't want to seem like I'm talking about the 22 complaints.
Right.
But say something happens to me. I don't want your ass to go to jail. I want you to still be able to work. I want you to still be able to earn because I want the civil case to get you. I don't care about you doing time in jail. You doing time in jail, you ain't making $40 million a fucking year.
Right.
So if I'm a civil suit complainant, I don't want you getting no criminal charges. Go earn your money, bro. Go make that big bucks or miss. Go make that big money. Right. Because I need my cut.
I want that civil suit.
So when you look at it from that way, that might be why the criminal case dropped. Everyone's like, no, man. Let this man work. Let this man earn.
The judge just said they ain't have enough evidence to
and that's
not pursuing criminal
that's
charges.
The big thing. But here we got to throw the caveat in there. And like I said, we probably don't want to go too deep off into this, but I think I need to say this: when you got those criminal charges dropped, some of those complainants are part of the civil suits. And so I don't know if it'll come down to that, if that make a difference when they'll start coming to hearing on those civil suits. I don't know if that'll make a difference.
Yeah.
And if you got some of those complainants that were on the criminal charges and then tossed out, I'm not saying it will happen, but from other cases that I've seen, if your complainants are both part of the criminal and the civil charges, and they pretty much throw out the criminal, there's a gooder chance that they're going to toss out that civil suit just as well.
Right. And I want to say this too, like somebody may be listening to this. I'm not victim shaming or victim blaming.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all. I'm saying because if what happened, they say it's true, then yes, he deserves to be punished for what he did if it's true. My bigger point. We
are discussing it from all angles and all possibilities.
Right. Because my biggest point is people jump out and just already convicted him. And Lamar did something. And I talked to Lamar because this goes back to what Deshaun is saying. And Lamar said, man, they lying. I ain't do that. I'm going to stand by him. I don't care what court of public opinion. I'm saying, my man said he ain't do it. All I can do is take his word. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
And then let the facts come out. And
let the facts come out. You know what I'm saying? The facts come out that Lamar was lying. I said, hey, look, well,
I don't
still
like
buy
this
my man.
example because I'm more worried about you doing something.
I'm going to
than
help
me,
you out here,
motherfucker.
If I called Jamel and I
Right.
told Jamel
Uh-huh.
I didn't do that shit, he gonna hang up and look at you and be like, yo, that motherfucker lying. I know he did.
Can't even walk 2 miles. I know that nigga
He's like, yo, we
lying.
gotta cut him from the show. I know this motherfucker did that shit.
No, but I'm just saying, if I, so my thing is like, if I'm gonna take your word for it, if it come out that I'm wrong, I'm gonna say, look, hey, and I'll have to admit, I was wrong, but I would do the same thing again because I'm always gonna stand by what your word says. Especially if you have that kind of relationship. He keeps
especially
saying,
because of who you know. Like
yeah,
I know this dude.
right. Now I'm not saying that, people who have a disposition, a sunny disposition, or people who have a reputation of being nice and kind can be a demon behind closed doors. Because we've seen examples of that too.
Yes.
Ted Bundy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying,
ex-presidents.
right, ex-presidents. My thing is
presidents.
right. My thing is
you
that
smell terrific, little girl. All right, reel me in. I did it on my own that time. I did it on my own.
Yeah. So my thing is that, you still I still have to stand by what you say until I'm proven wrong.
True.
And that's just the bottom line.
Hey, and he staying packed since the beginning of this. So
yeah, he keeps saying, I didn't do this.
Yeah.
I didn't do this. So take his word for it. I don't care if he had 50 people saying he did it.
Hey, there's a lot of people that wouldn't have stood packed for this long with 22 people saying the same thing.
You telling me I can get $2 or $3 million just by saying he touched me? Hey, touched me.
Hey, knowing he just got 230 million guaranteed.
I'm really looking like, we're gonna have to up that number a little bit.
For each touch is $1 million.
Right.
Each touch is
for each touch. He touched me 10 times.
10 million, fool. Pay up.
You know what I'm saying? I know I went to Detroit public school. My math ain't that great.
You got to admit,
but I can count the team.
That it's 230 million, 10 million for each accuser, and then 10 million for Deshaun. You got to admit, the fucking numbers are fucking weird.
The number look a little funny.
They were like, all right, we're not going to press any criminal charges, but speaking of but, you're going to the Browns.
Yeah, but let's talk about now that the Browns have Deshaun. What about Baker's options?
He wanted to go to the Colts, and the Colts laughed at him. He said, "Trade me to the Colts." Well, here, let's recap the whole weekend because it's been fucking nuts with this. First, Baker does that thing last week, right, with his farewell thing. So he had to know, his agent had to know that their agents talk. Deshaun's agent probably called it, hey, they're in on this, right? So now, what happens next?
No, I like Matt's comment.
Charlie Wood?
No. This is Baker's best option.
Except starting soon. Baker's a bitch woman now.
Yeah,
I love it. Man. I love it.
Well, see, here's the thing about about Baker. Somebody's
get on
gonna
the USFL squad.
Somebody's gonna take a chance on Baker Mayfield. Somebody's gonna take a chance.
Yeah.
His best bet is already passed. I think his best bet would have been to go to the Colts because he needs a team that has a good.
What other jobs are there? Let's go through the jobs that aren't taken.
All right,
not going to Detroit.
Seattle.
They got Goff. It's
right,
going to be
Seattle.
It's going to be a rookie. Seattle, I think they're going to run it as is or a draft pick. I think they're okay tanking this year, bringing some people in, and then going next year for the big quarterbacks in the draft with young.
I'm with you on that, Nick. I think.
My options
taken.
Right.
Who else?
We got
AFC East is settled. Tua, Allen, Jones, and Wilson. AFC East is settled. He's not an option there. AFC North, you got Jackson, Burrow, Watson, And Pittsburgh, I don't think Pittsburgh, they've seen him close up. I mean, Trubisky's there. There's rumors of Trubisky and a rookie, and then let them battle it out.
Yeah, but for them to pick
But I don't see
Trubisky
them
and then
going
draft
Baker.
Baker Mayfield don't make sense.
I mean, if you're Cleveland, you want them to fucking take Baker because that's 2
Yeah.
wins a year for you playing
Right.
against him. So you're like,
But,
here,
I mean-
usually you don't trade within your division because you're afraid to get burnt by it. But now you're like, yo, take this motherfucker. Look at you.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
But
If you got
want 'em?
Trubisky,
Oh, you can have 'em.
The South.
if you get, yeah, go ahead.
Jacksonville's good, right? Jacksonville's
Yeah,
got Trevor.
they're good. Mhm.
Tennessee's got Tannehill. They're
Yeah.
good. Houston's got Mills.
Yeah, they're gonna stick with them. We can argue whether or not we think they're good, but they're gonna stick with them.
Yeah. And then who's the other one in the South?
Indianapolis just got
Indianapolis.
Matt Ryan.
And they just got Matt Ryan.
Right.
Okay. The West is okay. They're decent at quarterbacks. In the
Right.
couple jobs to be open for competition there with the $7 trillion that they're getting paid between the fucking four of them.
Oh,
Right.
basic AFC West quarterbacks.
NFC, Giants possibility. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
ruling
but-
the Giants aren't settled at quarterback. Is what I'm saying.
But
It's the West.
but I guess if you look at it from a standpoint, are you gonna keep what you have, or get rid of what you have and go with Baker? I don't think that's a good option either.
You brought in Tyrod Taylor too, so all right, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, you got Tyrod Taylor, so yeah,
Cross them
you
off.
cross
We're
them
not
out.
going to bring that in. Dallas is good with Dak for the regular
Yeah.
season until games matter. Philly's
Redskins.
got Hurts. I don't see
Yeah.
them. I could see them
Say
making the big.
Redskins.
And I'm very surprised that they weren't in the discussions at all for Watson. I'm very, very
No,
surprised.
they
by
had
that.
to be. No, they had to be.
But nothing ever came out about it. They never made an offer decent enough for Houston to allow Deshaun to go discuss things with them. Because
No,
that was the premise.
Okay, here's what I think. Go ahead, Lamar.
Here's what I'm under belief. I think
What?
Philly called Houston to see what it would cost, and then once they realized how it was going to be astronomical, they was like, nah.
I mean, because you look at
we just went to the playoffs with Jalen Hurts.
Right.
We're all right.
and you look where Philly stand as far as draft picks now. I'm not giving that up.
No,
You got
no,
3
you got a
draft
chance
picks
to
in the
rebuild
first
your
round.
franchise.
You rebuild. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so I'm not giving that up.
3 of the top 19. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
If you don't like this draft, you could trade out, get picks for next year. You do whatever
Right.
you want. You're going
Right.
to control the draft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's Houston, Jets, Giants, and Philly. That's 2-4. That's 9 of the 32 are amongst 4 teams.
Right.
That's crazy. And Green
It
Bay.
is.
Green Bay's got 2 also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very, very interesting what teams do. All right. Washington, we did Wentz. The South. You got Tampa Bay. They're good.
Right.
Winston just went to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina. I don't know
Yeah,
if they're going Baker. I mean, they might take someone at 6, but I don't see them making a
I
trade.
mean, you did.
Just trade for
Did.
Darnold. Why would you want to trade for someone similar?
Right. And you tried to experiment with Cam Newton. So
Same quarterback.
Atlanta
If you
got Mariota.
Darnold, if you got Darnold or Baker,
What,
that's the same quarterback.
what Ryan say?
Atlanta just signed Mariota.
Negotiate my contract.
Yes,
They're
which I
saying
like that.
Can run
Which I like that.
the system. Yeah, he's athletic. He can run.
No, you got to remember Arthur Jones is down there. He knows him from Tennessee. Come on, that's familiarity.
Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Yes.
My bad.
Yeah. No. The Jones got me. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, look.
and then you got the Bears. They're good with Fields.
Yeah.
Packers are good with Rodgers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota has still
They're gonna
got
stay with Cousins.
still
they'll
got
stay
Kirk
with-
Cousins.
Fuck
Detroit.
Kirk
I don't see
Cousins.
Detroit making that move like we said. It's either a
No.
rookie or Goff, or it's
Right.
a rookie with Goff, and then you let Goff go at the end of the year.
Right.
And then the AFC West. Rams are good. They just extended Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lance in San Fran. You got
Mhm.
Murray in Arizona for now. And then
Right.
Seattle. So there's not many teams that would take.
You know how many options?
His options
be a
are
backup
very
wherever he goes.
fucking
Thank you, Matt.
limited.
He's going to be a backup, or he's going to be a free agent because no one is going to give up anything.
Backup is- I think, Ryan
See,
said,
Cleveland
I gotta
needs
renegotiate my
fucking-
contract for now.
How about
I'll
this?
be back. I can see that.
Pay somebody. Remember the Goff trade to
Mhm.
with Stafford?
Yeah.
LA gave Detroit picks to take the Goff contract.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland may have to fucking pay somebody a premium to take Baker. Because if they cut Baker, they're getting hit. And they can't afford to get hit right now with the money. Well, this year they can with the $1 million. But it's going to be interesting because the
here's the
numbers
thing,
game is going
though.
to matter as much as the team.
Yeah, but I think the cap hit won't be that astronomical because you're talking about it's still a rookie contract. I get his number one overall
True.
quarterback
Oh, that's
position.
right. He never signed.
And he hasn't signed no extension, no nothing. First of all, I don't even know if they even offered that fifth year option on the rookie deal. If I'm correct, they haven't even offered that
18,
to him.
19, 20.
Who's gonna take Baker?
They had to have. They had to have, or he would be a free agent right now.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
Let's take some of these comments right quick. Ryan says, "Who gonna take Baker? What's the cap hit? I don't know. You know the cap hit on that, Nick?
No,
I don't.
No,
But
I'm gonna look up his
fifth year,
contract.
it should be around 18 million this year, because Darnold was picked third, and the stories coming out and up were that if we took the option on Darnold, it was somewhere between 16 to 19 million.
Okay.
So if Baker went 1 and Darnold went 3, it's probably in that same ballpark.
Yeah, it's
what's
a
left on the
$19 million
guaranteed
cap
money
hit.
with Baker? You know what's left on the guaranteed money?
No, it's a $19 million cap hit.
Oh, okay.
That's the fifth year option. So there's only 1 year left,
and that's the fifth year option,
and that's fully guaranteed. That 19 million. So you gotta hope somebody trades for him, because
if Atlanta just took a $40 million cap hit, that's half the price.
But Atlanta didn't bring in a fucking $230 million quarterback with it,
Right?
Which might be also the reason, along with the suspension, why they worked it out. Cleveland and the agent, like, if we got to cut him, we want to bring you some players. Why don't you take less money now? We'll fully guarantee the entire contract. If we got to cut Baker and take that $19 million hit, you're still only spending 20 there at the quarterback. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like a numbers game where they were like, listen, we want to get you help. We'll pay you the full fucking contract, but the first year is going to be cheap in case you get suspended. And so we can get you a weapon in here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I think for Baker,
groundbreaking story in the NFL, and kudos to Roger Goodell, man, and the social media era, because every single day football is the top story.
But they already got Jacoby, so they can't do that. They already got Jacoby.
Matt just took it right out of my mouth.
What's that?
That's what she said.
Comment right there.
Way to go, Matt.
But they already got Jacoby for that, though.
No, but I'm saying is, what you do is, if Deshaun Watson gets suspended, you keep Baker because he already knows the offense. You can help let Baker
play there. He's fucking butthurt. He's butthurt.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Because there's a lot of question marks if Deshaun gets suspended or not. And we've seen people get suspended for far less. What I'm saying is, if Deshaun Watson gets suspended, but obviously you see the way that they worked out the contract just in case he gets suspended. So obviously his agent and the organization of the Cleveland Browns are probably under some understanding that there's a possibility he gets suspended.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, if you work the contract that way and it happens that he does get suspended, whether it's 6 games, 8 games, half a year, a whole year, you have a quarterback that already knows your offense and can be there.
But my point to that, though, Lamar.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You let Baker get some type of value, and you trade his ass in the offseason or before the trade deadline, and you get some more actual comparable value back for him, because you're not intending to keep him forever. Obviously, that's I'm just saying is the fact that both the Cleveland Browns and Deshaun Watson's agent have built a salary in case of a suspension. That lets me know that they're assuming one is going to come down the pipes. So that's what I'm saying. Let Baker play those games while Deshaun is gone, and whatever value for Baker to actually look good by handing it off and throwing only 15 passes a game for 250 yards and maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns and no interceptions, it looks good. His stock goes up. Cleveland will end up eventually winning that trade once they are able to get rid of him. That's all I'm saying. But it's a lot.
But my thing is this, though, Lamar. They wouldn't have drafted Jacoby or whatever. They wouldn't have brought Jacoby in if they was going to do that.
Jacoby Brissett?
Yeah, that's why they brought him in there, because they was anticipating.
Jacoby Brissett is straight backup. cheap money.
I'm saying, but that's why they brought him in there. That's why they brought him in there for that. I'm telling you, that's why they brought him in there. Because they knew they're getting rid of Baker. And plus, like Nick said, he already butthurt. He ain't gonna play.
Yeah. There's
He
so
ready
many
to go.
reasons. I get where you're going with this, Lamar. And I get the premise of your idea. And some places it might work.
Hey, Matt, it's 19 guaranteed. Baker's getting 19 million. It don't matter where the hell's he at.
Why am I not seeing people's names? Is it something on my end? Or you
Because we go ahead, Lamar.
No, go ahead.
Because we know this is the first time we stream into the group, and so you got.
Oh, we're in the group now. Okay,
we're in the group.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So you guys can see who it is, or you just know who it is?
No, we just know. We can't see it. It says the same thing. It says the same thing.
Honestly, the only reason why I know is because I'm watching the show on my phone, and so I can see the names on there.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So the logistics of this in this situation, I think it's an awful idea. Not your idea. I just think that the parts in motion here are a recipe for disaster. Do you know why the Jets traded Sam Darnold and Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh last year did not want to keep him? Because they didn't want the locker room to be torn. They wanted the locker room to know this is our guy. This is who we're putting everything behind. You don't want to divide the locker room and guys Sam's buddies with and young guys coming in. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to disrupt the flow of the locker room. You're better off getting rid of the guy, cutting the dead weight, pun intended with Baker, and just moving on, right? You don't want to. Now, you're gearing up. Deshaun Watson's your quarterback. Second week of training camp. Deshaun's got an 8-game suspension. Mm-hmm. Now the whole fucking locker room swings to Baker now because now Baker's the guy for 8 games and everyone's got to play nice with Baker.
I think the NFL would make that decision before the regular season starts because that would be some real.
But second week of training camps like August 1st, August 8th, and they start in July, like July 23rd, July 25th they start.
Yeah.
My thing is
still
this
before
too.
the regular season starts.
Okay.
Now you geared everything towards Watson.
I'm just making sure our timeline is on. I'm just making sure that when the suspension comes down, it needs to be like before training camp, probably. If not before training camp. The NFL gives a shit.
To be honest with you, I think the NFL is going to, when they have all their information, they're going to make the decision. I don't think they are going to cater to the Browns or Deshaun in any way, shape, or form. Fair. Again, I get your premise. Yeah. I just think with the moving parts and how high profile this is, they are not going to give a fuck. The day they have their verdict, they're going to talk to the lawyers, make sure everything's good, press release, announcement, suspension, done. Like if it happens in December, it happens in December. Like I just don't think that they are going to be favorable to Deshaun.
Super Bowl run, sit your ass down.
Right? Come back from the first commercial break. And he's suspended.
Now you got a good point right there, though, Nick.
I don't think there's going to be any favorable actions from the league on this. When they have everything and they got all their ducks in a row and it's time to rule, they're going to rule.
So you're saying eat the 19, just eat it.
I'm saying that you're probably going to have to. I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Right.
But
Baker knows
you're going to have to pay someone to pick,
out of the door.
You don't have, right?
A chance to up a stock.
Well, at that point, you're pretty much paying for draft picks. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to pay someone with a draft pick to take Baker. So it might be
a 4.
I'm going to give you a 2.
Hell no.
I'm going to give you a 2.
Come on, no. I'm not giving you a 2 for Baker Mayfield.
But you got to get rid of
him.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you a 2 and Baker. The Browns are going to send Baker and the 2 to somebody for like a 3. So you're going to have to pay them to take Baker is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fucking 2 for Baker.
I was about to say, I was like, who the hell is drunk out of there or high out of their mind?
You don't think he will?
For Baker, man.
No, I'm saying.
I got you now. Yeah.
But the Barrett Top situation, we're going to let you take off. We're going to pay you 2 1s also to take this contract and to get something in return.
Yeah.
To your comment, to Matt's comment, though, I think it's just like when you in a relationship. Once you hurt, I'm saying, but once you hurt or you feel that relationship is severed, don't care what you do, you're not going back to that relationship. And that's
That
the situation.
motherfucker was butthurt before it was just talks.
I'm just saying,
But now it's
but
like
now, but
Cleveland's
now,
the woman.
now
Cleveland
you
throws
brought the new guy in, moving in,
That's
and you sleep
exactly
on
what
the
I'm saying.
couch.
Like, wait a minute.
So
Yo,
you
sleep
hear
on
them,
the couch. We're gonna
you hear
be in
them
the
fucking
bedroom with
upstairs. You just
And
on the
it's a
couch crying.
complete
You know what I'm
coincidence.
saying?
Complete coincidence. We're talking about the bedroom and
Right.
Deshaun. Forgive me.
All right.
We didn't mean to tie
That
this
used to
together.
be me.
But the Browns are in bed with Deshaun. You
Right.
don't want to be out on the couch hearing those noises.
Right.
Like that's basically
That used to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You
it's
gotta
time to
go. You got to get off the couch, bro.
Jacoby's the new guy. Jacoby's like,
Hey.
the new guy.
Hey, you
He's like, oh man, these sounds are new to me. I'll just
You
sit
come
here and
walking
wait for them to
downstairs,
tire out.
his dick out. Hey man, can you get off my t-shirt? You sit on my t-shirt.
hey, Deshaun comes
Like
down.
Baker's got to walk in the
compare
room and
notes.
like, yo, I got to get my contact case.
Right.
I
Why is
think
this
you
case stuck to the
heard.
table? Why is this case stuck to the nightstand? What the
Right.
fuck happened in here?
Can you hurry up?
So yeah, he gonna have to go.
And that, hey, bruh, did you not hear the options? Matt said it perfectly. XFL is starting soon. USFL is starting soon. USFL will actually be a good spot for him.
That should be a good spot for him. He probably be a star up there.
Be a big name for him.
Yeah. I would consider it. I mean, no cap. I'll consider that. Because after we went through all the options, unless you want to be a backup, that's his only option right now.
Can I ask a question?
He's not a starter.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta ask it. I don't want to go to Urban Dictionary. What does no cap mean? I hear everyone saying it. What does no cap? Like, no fucking around? Like I'm for real? Like
I ain't lying. I'm not lying.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm laughing. Bro, no, I'm laughing. No, I'm laughing.
He said I gotta go to the Urban Dictionary.
No, I'm laughing is because
I've done it before. That's why.
I'm laughing is because we didn't have just an Urban Dictionary moment, and we just had a Dateline advice moment. So
hey man, we go full circle.
I don't know what the hell we about to give advice to now.
Well, for real though,
no idea what the hell kind of advice we're about to give to somebody next.
Who's asking about need a coach for CYO? Lamar, who's that comment?
That's Matt.
That's Matt.
No, I'm out of CYO, man. It's just rec right now. CYO, St. Cecilia's in Islam folded years ago. So I'm out of CYO.
Jersey thing, guys. Yeah.
Catholic youth organization. It's like all the Catholic schools and parishes put teams together for sports.
Matty Ice.
So Matt Ryan to the Colts. I think that's a good move. I like that move.
I think it's an upgrade.
I think it's an upgrade.
I mean, I think it's an upgrade over the last 2 years. It's an upgrade over Rivers, and it's an upgrade over Wentz. Clearly.
Yes.
I think that's a good. I think that's a good move for them. You got Jonathan Taylor, so you got a good running game. You don't have to do a lot. You got a good defense to keep you in games. Matt Ryan still
good, man.
He's still a good quarterback, you know. So I think that's a good move. I actually think that's a good move.
It's a good move for the Colts.
And they extended him too, didn't they? Didn't they give him new money?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw that while I was sitting there shaking my legs, waiting to pee.
I'll say this. Wow, does a retirement at quarterback turn the franchise around? Andrew Luck retiring out of nowhere.
Yes. They've been doing 3-4 quarterbacks.
4. They're just their 4th quarterback since Andrew Luck. So after Andrew Luck retired, then it was Jacoby Brissett. Then it was Phillip Rivers. Last year was Carson Wentz. Now you got Matt Ryan. You got 4. You get Chris Ballard has now gone through 5 quarterbacks in 5 years, and I know it's not his fault, but you look at literally
6 years because Luck missed 2017 and Scott Tolzien started.
Oh well, hell, that makes
I forgot about that.
I don't know if Luck missed the whole year, but their week 1 starting QBs, like you said, Ryan, Wentz, Rivers, Brissett, Luck in 18.
Ryan said, "Wash hands."
17.
Look. He's definitely an upgrade of the whole quarterback position that the Colts have had in the last 6 years. Obviously, if you wish Andrew Luck wasn't so banged up, he should still be playing, but that's your fault. You never gave the man an offensive line.
Right.
And so now that you got the offensive line, you got one of the best running backs in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been missing a quarterback. That's the only thing. Look, the Colts are a dangerous team. They're a quarterback away from being
the Colts and Cleveland are mirror images of each other.
Yeah, they're right there. They're right there.
They're mirror images of each other.
That's a fair point, Mel. That's a
fair
point.
So if we now, I'm gonna preface this statement saying I'm not saying they are the same caliber, but I'm gonna say
I think that's obvious.
But we're giving Cleveland.
You need to preface that.
I just know how people do. But we're giving Cleveland. We're giving Cleveland that much props for Deshaun move. I think we should give the Colts at least some of those props for moving to Matt Ryan, because you got a better quarterback than you had the last 2-3 years.
Oh, he's a better he's a better quarterback for what they got.
Because if you look at Deshaun Watson, can do a lot, as a quarterback with his skill and everything.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan doesn't have to do as much because of the team he's on, and he still has some skill. So I think you look for the Colts to look a whole lot better this year than they did last year. A whole lot.
Well, I mean, look, if they go 11-5 with Old Man Rivers, and then all of a sudden you can't get beat the Jacksonville Jaguars on the last week of the season with Carson Wentz, to me, you can only go up at this point, because I think
that's a match that he trusted to beat the Colts this year.
I mean, you've hit the bottom of the bottom with this roster. This roster is built to make a good playoff run, and when you got,
and it can be scary, man.
No,
they can be scary in the playoffs.
And look, Carson Wentz just wasn't the answer. I didn't like that trade. Now you lose draft capital, you lose money wasted on that 1-year project that you knew wasn't going to work for hell. I don't know why they did that move anyways. And so look, Matt Ryan is what, 38, 39. So at most you maybe got 2 to 3 years max of peak performance from him, max possibly. And so why the hell not? At this point, this is where you keep building around the rest of your team.
Yeah, they got some weapons too.
And you might go ahead and start looking at a future quarterback. I don't know if maybe not in this draft.
They are in a good position. If Matt Ryan can hold on for 2 or 3 years, next year look for a quarterback. Now you can mentor that quarterback.
I don't know. They got the guy from Texas, Ellinger, from last year. I don't know if he's going to be the answer, but
I ain't like him in Texas.
But I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just spitballing. It's just
I know what you're saying. He can mentor him, but I don't think he's the answer.
You got a window right now of a good veteran quarterback that can possibly get you to the big game
and mentor your
young talent that can take it on from then on once he walks away.
Right.
This is Chris Ballard's job right here.
This your Alex Smith moment. This your Alex Smith moment.
Is fucking tough. I can get a lady from the park who sits there and feeds the pigeons to make the fucking playoffs in the NFC. You give me a quarterback the way she tosses that fucking bread out.
I can get her to do some other things too.
The NFC is just. I mean, what are you
going to put for some change?
Are they going to put the NFC playoff games on like public access television? Like that's how fucking bad it's going to be. Oh, when you mentioned Carson Wentz, I wanted to make sure I got the quote right before I said it. It's the way to describe the Carson Wentz trade, both Indy and Washington. Got to do my hip hop reference with Biggie. Open the door, lay on the ground. You've been robbed. Traded for Carson Wentz. You've been robbed.
You've been robbed. Wake up.
But yeah, man, I like this. I like this move by the Colts.
I like it by the Colts, but I'm still kind of curious with the Falcons. Why not just restructure your contract and try to move that money somewhere into other departments? Why take on that big of a cap hit for an aging quarterback? Don't get me wrong, Matt Ryan is good, but for have a cap hit of what, 40 million plus? At one point it was what, 47 before they
40.525. But the Falcons are taking that hit from trading him. Colts aren't taking that hit.
No.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying with the Falcons. Why take that hit? Like you could use.
I guess.
That
What did we say from opening week when
he didn't like the gift he got from Christmas?
Matt Ryan is not the quarterback that Arthur Smith wants to run his system. He's immobile. He's a statue. He's a pocket passer. He's cut from the same fold as Tom Brady, right? When he does run for a first down, it's like the opening story on NFL Access.
It's funny you say that, Nick, because
everything I say is funny. But go on, tell me why now.
No, but I'm saying like this past year,
tell me more.
I've never seen Matt Ryan run so much RPO, and he was still
because
pretty decent.
That's what Arthur Smith runs.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Tannehill in the Titans.
He was still pretty decent though.
But that's not what they want.
Of course.
They would rather take Mariota running.
That's why the Mariota movie looks good.
And you know what I want right now? Good. Oh, I want the Falcons and Carolina to get in a fucking bidding war to move up in the draft, and the Jets are sitting at 4. I will if Detroit takes Willis at 2, and now the panic is there.
Taking that bidding war. They got the quarterback.
I still think they want a young guy. I've said it on the mocks I've done. I think Pickett's athleticism is
but Mariota's no more than what, 27, 28?
But Pickett's got the better arm. We know the book on Mariota is written, right? Like we know he's not a great passer. He's an athletic guy. He's a West Coast version of Tebow. we know he's not beating you with his arm. Like what did Vegas do with him? It's gonna take me a fucking while to get used to that. Yeah, I just got used to calling them Oakland again from Los Angeles, and then these assholes had to fucking move again.
He was mobile.
When you look at it, there was a package for him. It was get him out of the pocket, run him, maybe a dump off pass once in a while, but 9 out of 10 times it was option, RPO, run, keep, or handoff or keep, I should say. But now, I don't think you're going all in on Mariota with a 2-year deal. Like I think you can bring in a Pickett or a Willis if he's somehow there for them, and they jump. And now you could say Mariota ran Arthur Smith's system in Tennessee already. They have familiarity. Now you can say, Marcus, we're paying you this money for 2 years. Mentor this kid. Teach him the ins and outs of the RPO. We're going to use you maybe to start a little bit, but your job is to be the mentor and teach him the RPO in the NFL and how to read the defenses.
Pretty much get him ready.
He's been around a while.
Yeah.
He's been around, I think, 8
years. 5 or 7. And
he's seen a lot of defenses. He's seen a lot of defenses.
So I think Mariota is the sham of a starter, right? Because you know damn well if you do draft somebody, it's going to be their job. It's just a matter of when and how quick they pick everything up.
Yeah, but eating 40 plus, man, that's bad business, dog.
But you'd rather eat it in 1 year in one hit than stay with the guy that you don't want. Sometimes
I got you. I got you. No. You look. You're 100% right. He didn't fit Arthur Smith's scheme, and I get it. But man, that's
speaking of package.
That's a lot to eat, bro. That's a lot to eat. Oh yeah.
But sometimes you're better off clearing it. What the?
No, you're right. But I mean, this is you can never really tell what's going to happen and that the shit really pans out or not until after you make the moves and you actually play fucking 17 regular season games. I get it, but I don't. I'm cheap. I ain't never had millionaire problems. When you saying that, I just take 40 million and just I can't do nothing with it. Like it's down the drain. Yeah. Whoa,
go down my drain.
Yeah, like I'm just of that mindset. Like, damn, like, man, like what I could have done a lot with that 40 million. You know, like,
a whole lot, bro. A whole lot.
To me, that's generational wealth right there. So when you see, these $1 billion franchises just be like, dead money, whatever. What? No, but no. Just to move over to our last topic before we get up out of here, I thought this was a very polarizing topic that we had in the Facebook group, and I figured, why not have this on the actual show?
All right.
Because
we're gonna start with Nick.
for those who haven't been paying attention, Leah Thomas, transgender woman, so she's transitioning from a man to a woman. And I got to give context. So she spent it's University of Penn out in Pennsylvania. 3 years was on the men's swim team, and then all of a sudden, this year competed on the women's swim team at the same university. And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna open it to Mel and then Nick. Here's my thing. I'm a progressive thinker, and I'm okay with the transgender woman wanting to compete in athletics. By all means, do what you do. One thing that's been bothering me is the bashing on Leah Thomas, and I'm not cool with that because at the end of the day, she's a human being. She deserves all the right to compete in sports just like anybody else, and that's her right. She's following NCAA regulations. She's going by their regulations. They're allowing her to compete, and she has that right to compete, and she should. Here's where I'm at when it comes to the transgender thing, when it comes to sports. Just like how you got regular Olympics, there's the Paralympics. I'm not transgender, so I don't know how they feel about having a separate NCAA and a transgender NCAA. I don't know how they feel about that. But I think that should be the right answer, or at least to at best make everybody feel comfortable with the situation or feel accepting of it, because Leah Thomas is 6'4". And as a sports analyst and a person that's played sports, a 6'4" individual who was a former man now transgendering into a woman, you don't see a lot of 6'4" women out there. And so being a 6'4" transgender woman, she does have a slight advantage when it comes to swimming. And so that's
she used her dick as a rudder.
Come on.
So happy it wasn't me that did it first.
Sorry.
No.
Remember a few years ago when all of the Chinese women swimmers were built like men and they were on all of these enhancements and they were blowing away record after record? That's why. Because when you're I'm gonna summarize this up in one sentence, and I didn't post this yesterday. A friend of mine who's in our group texted me and said, because of my job, I can't comment this, but my son's a sophomore in high school, and my son would have finished 4th in the country in this tournament yesterday, in this meet. Boys are just built differently. We know it. We know, as much as we might like Candace Parker or Diana Taurasi or whoever else, we know if you put them in the men's game, if the men are playing competitively and seriously, it's going to be a laughing stock. Like, if anyone can't admit that, then I'm sorry for you. But that's how
I don't want to go.
If you're letting a girl take shots, that's one thing. But a girl would never get a shot off in a WNBA player would never get a shot off in a men's game. There's no.
I'll argue that. Cheryl Miller would.
The athleticism is different. The coverage is different. The jumping ability is different. Everything. And I'm not shitting on women. Women in women's sports and playing against other women.
Unless you into that,
is fun. It's a good competition because it's on the same level. But when you take a mediocre male swimmer and you put him into women's competition, best in the nation, how's that fair to these girls who've been girls their entire lives? Now, I'm not shitting on anybody who's transitioning. I'm not arguing about anybody who wants to be who they are. But athletically, there's a reason men and women do not compete with one another. I'm a 6'3", 284, maybe less after today's walk, but 284. If I decide tomorrow that I wanted to transition to a woman, you know what the first fucking thing I'm doing? Sign me up for the MMA. I'm going to go crash some fucking skulls. Because I know I'd be the fucking best in the world at it.
Well, you would have a physical advantage.
And I will be laughing at you.
But when you look at the times and you look at track, you look at swimming, you look at any sort of open competition, the men's times are far greater or less, I should say,
that's
than
true.
female times. It's because the biology and the physicality are not the same. The fastest woman in the world wouldn't even make quarters with most men, right? Or the preliminaries, whatever the hell they're called.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not shitting on this person. I'm not shitting on their lifestyle. I think it's the opposite. I'm taking the other approach. I think it's shitting on the women who have been women their entire lives. Like, for example, Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner wasn't even a fucking woman for 6 months, and she won Woman of the Year.
Right.
No, see,
and the joke at the roast was
that not to cut you off, Nick. I'm sorry, that was a sham because it was far. There was far more deserving.
It's all about showing acceptance and leaving logic behind.
I'm saying in that instance, and I'm not saying what Bruce Jenner transitioning to Caitlyn Jenner is a sham. I'm saying what the media did was a sham.
Oh, yeah.
When there was plenty of other women that have been fighting the good fight for women.
Yes.
For so much far greater, and then all of a sudden, because Bruce decided to come out in his truth and wanting
it's
to
because
be
Bruce ran through the meat slicer, don't make him a great woman.
I mean,
call me harsh, call me whatever you want, but it's a fucking joke the way that some, you know what it is? It's a high profile person, and they want to push this agenda, and they want to put it on kids. You have people who are making decisions 3, 4, 5 years old. We're going to transition our kid. You ask them what they want for fucking dinner, and they say, I don't know, but they could say, I'm going to change my sex. Like, we're going to get way away from sports if I keep going. My point is, you shouldn't be able to go and compete. You should be able to partake in it, right? You want to go, you want to do it, that's fine. And the best part about this competition and the women who finished second, third, and fourth, they wanted no part of the charade. The three of them got together, took a picture on the side by themselves saying, you know what? We're the fucking top three. And they are.
And look, no, go ahead, man.
Go ahead. No, go ahead and finish your point. Go ahead and finish your point.
No, because like, I just, is really, I think we need to have this conversation, but I think we need like a transgender athlete that can have this conversation with, or women who are athletic that compete against transgender women, because at the end of the day, us being three men, we can assume and making hypotheses on how these women feel about the situation. But I want to hear from the women that are competing against Leah Thomas, how they really feel.
Look, it's all over. They wanted no part of the spectacle yesterday. They were embarrassed to be a part of it. They were like, why should we? The girl who finished second, woman, I guess college, right? The woman who finished second is like, what the fuck?
No,
we got daughters, right? We all have. Jamal, I don't know. I know you say you have 4. You have a daughter, right? Okay. Yeah. How do we feel if like our daughters? My daughter plays softball. She plays softball year round. She's on travel teams. How do I feel if a boy decides that he wants to transition, comes over, becomes the catcher, starts hitting home runs, when most of these girls can't hit the ball at 11, 12 years old
and take their
spot.
On
grass? They're not hitting it to the fence in the air. It's going to roll to the fence. Yeah. How do you feel if a boy comes in who's hitting home runs at 11 and 12 years old, becomes the fucking starting catcher, and then takes her position and then starts hitting home runs? It's a sham. To me, it's a sham because it's not legit. You know why you don't ever hear about a woman transitioning to a man and doing well in sports? Because it doesn't fucking happen.
No, there was was it a boxer that did it? I'm trying to think. I think she's Korean.
Yeah, but I'm saying if a woman transitions to be a man,
fuck Melvin Wall. He got me good.
Yeah, he got you right there. He got you right there.
He did. Look, he got me good.
If a woman
if it's Diana Taurasi, I'm okay with it, man. I had a crush on her 10, 15 years ago. I'm cool with that.
But I'm saying if a woman transitions to be a man and has the skills to compete, let her compete. I mean,
this. Can I just say, Mel, I'm passionate about it because a member of our group was calling me a bigot yesterday because I'm not for this. That's why I'm passionate about it, because you're taking my name and you're putting comments out there calling me a bigot when I'm logic-based, I'm sensical-based, and I'm talking about the sport, and I'm talking about protecting the female athletes. I'm not caught up in the emotion of this is the new hot topic. We got to act like this is the most important thing to us. And I'm certainly not an asshole out there calling fucking people names over it. You want to have a discussion in our group? We're all for that. We'll talk about anything at any time. But you want to start calling people names? That's childish stuff. Stick to the damn topic. Don't try to discredit people because you can't match wits with them.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Yeah, Mel, me too.
Still got a question, Taurasi.
I have to say that I'm speaking from ignorance. When it comes to this subject.
We know. We've heard you.
When it comes to this subject, because what I'm saying, I'm not transgender, and I'm not a woman athlete.
Yeah.
So I can only speak of what I see from a man's perspective, and what I see from a human perspective. And so when you looking at the transgender community as a whole, especially like we did a show about black trans and how they were being killed and stuff like that. So we know that community as a whole faces a lot of adversity. Right. And so, and every human being has their own outlets. And so some of them choose sports. So I'm not an advocate of taking that away from them.
Yes.
My thing is, and sort of what all you had said was kind of some of my ideas too, is like I've read some of the research. They said the hormone, I can't remember the percentage, will take some of your strength down maybe to maybe still 100%, maybe 80 or 70%. I can't remember the exact number, so don't quote me. So don't quote me on that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying strength-wise, he's supposed to, if say you from 100, it might take you down to 70 or 80. I can't remember the number, but it's supposed to take you down.
Pretty much once you have more estrogen than testosterone.
Right. It takes your strength down. Yeah. But it doesn't take you down to you at a level as a cisgender female. It just doesn't. I mean, there was a runner that ran, I can't remember if it was college or Olympics, that when before they became a woman was garbage. Couldn't even compete. Became a woman. Now she is top in the running field. You go with Leah Thomas. Now she's beating setting all the records at Penn and everything like that. So it's those same people that is like getting on Nick and calling him a bigot, that had that same energy about steroids in baseball. They had that same energy about any other kind of
performance enhancing
drugs. Do you have that same energy? I still give you an unfair advantage. And I think that's what we need to talk about. How much of an advantage do they have when they transition from one gender to another? And I think that's more of the conversation we should have. And I love had a conversation with a transgender or female athlete, but let's have an open conversation. I will admit at the beginning that, like I said before, I prefaced my statement saying I'm talking from ignorance. Because I don't know.
From a man's point of view, because we're not transgender.
Yeah, because I don't know. I do not know. You know what I'm saying? So let's have an intelligent conversation about it. Because what I see with my eye test, it looks like you have an unfair advantage. And if you do, then maybe the solution is having a transgender league. We have a female league, we have a male league and a man league. Why not have a transgender league? That way you all can compete with someone of your peers.
And the first thing they'll say is that there's not enough yet. But if it was an equal transition, right? Man to woman, woman to man, you would see, I don't know if I'm saying this wrong, newly formed men placing and competing, because it would be 50-50. If all it is taking some testosterone shots and now you're faster, stronger, jumping higher, you would see new men. And like I said, I apologize if I'm offended.
Say transition.
Yeah, it's transition.
Transgender male now, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're not seeing that anywhere on any level. Only ones that you're seeing are transgender females who used to be males, blowing the competition away, winning state wrestling titles in grammar school in 8th grade. Even at that level, the difference in strength. I said this in the discussion yesterday. I was like, You tell me right now that all things are equal, that like LeBron James decides tomorrow he's going to become an NBA, a WNBA, a woman, and then enter the WNBA. He's not fucking averaging 80 points a game. And they're like, oh, you think
you
it's
like Joanna man out there?
Yeah, exactly what the guy said.
You know what I'm saying?
I forget if it was John or Tyler who was.
No need to call names.
Sorry.
No, but
I'm calling them by their actual name. I'm not calling them.
No. I get what you're saying. And
so, basically, what you're doing at that point is like, oh, you don't put on a wig and become Joanna man. No, but you're still fucking 6'8". You're still 265 pounds. You still fucking can dunk the ball over everybody. There's no one in the WNBA that's going to line up with you and stop you if you're LeBron James and you decide that's the route you want to go.
Right.
I mean, that's going to the extreme with a peak elite athlete. But what you're seeing with mediocre talent becoming elite after transitioning is a fucking abomination, in my opinion, man. And it's awful to all those young girls who have worked their whole life at their sport and at their craft that somebody just new kid on the block shows up and embarrasses them.
Thank you, Matt.
Especially Matt, for you, if he transitions to a female, you get your dream. You can fuck LeBron James.
Because I just want to make sure we're all on the same with. I know we're going to have different thoughts and feelings on this. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same level. As in, if you're transgender and you want to compete, then as long as the NCAA is allowing it, I mean, I don't have an issue with it, with her competing, with Leah Thomas competing, because the NCAA
I don't have a problem with the competition. I have the problem with being on the top of the medal stand. You want to partake in it, or we're going to have a different category for you with placing. I'm fine with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You didn't beat the women. You won your category. You're not going to get the top pedestal as a female because biologically you're not. I mean, we're getting out of the sports and more into the science of it, but there's a reason women compete against women, and there's a reason men compete against men. And I can't, and it's not to shit on Leah or anyone else like her, but there is a complete and obvious competitive advantage for Leah Thomas and everyone like her.
Well, physically she has an advantage because she's 6'4".
That's what sports is,
and especially in swimming.
That's what sports is. My buddy's kid is 5'8". He's a sophomore in high school. He would have finished 5th in the nation in the female swimming competition yesterday. He would have finished 5th in the nation as a 5'8" sophomore male.
Yeah, and so
I
get what you're saying.
Clearly, a difference.
I'm just saying is when Mel has a very good point. We need to find out the actual science of where's the advantage at chemically, sciencely. Obviously, we can see the advantage physically. She's 6'4". You're not seeing a lot of 6'4" women. That's obvious. I'm saying
what woman, sir? This is a home.
Shut your ass up. I'm saying
did he keep up Joanna, man?
We need to no, that's a
pimp name slip back.
We need to find out the actual science part of it, the chemically based, because from my understanding, when I gather, Leah has been already taking the estrogen medication or routine to get to that point of transitioning to a woman. So, but this is, you're talking about within a year, because 3 years ago, all 3 years she was competing with the men. This year she's competing with the women. He
just say Brittany Griner's a man.
No, I'm talking
about Matt.
I don't know what Matt talking about. I just want to see where in that timeline from when stop competing against the men and starting competing against the women, where chemically, science-wise, does it equal Leah Thomas's chemical balance of a woman compared to your woman athlete? Where's
cisgender woman.
Yeah, where's the equality at, as in chemically built? We already know there's a physical difference. She's 6'4". You're not seeing a lot of 6'4" swimmers like that. Women,
do you know what the most beautiful thing about women is? They can do things men can't. And if you talk to a woman, they're going to say, the thing that's great about men, they can do things that women can't.
That's a good point.
I'm trying to see what he say.
that he had testosterone working on his behalf to develop muscle for 18 years. So, yeah, it's very accurate.
No, that's a legit point.
And I
That's
think
a legit point.
Me and Melvin Wall are on a ridiculous fucking streak with agreeing with one another. I mean, we need to start. I need like a chalkboard up here, like to keep tally.
Yeah, and so I think we're all in agreement.
But
we're not trying to stop
to your
Leah
point.
Thomas
To your
shine.
point. To your point, though, Mel. Where does estrogen offset that on a scientific level? Because you got the testosterone for 18 years, and say year 19, you interject estrogen. How does that affect the testosterone in your body by taking that estrogen, and chemically?
Or pretty much.
But an 18-year-old male
Mhm.
is so much. I'm not digging on women. I'm just doing facts. They can throw harder. They can.
I'm not disagreeing with that. See,
for the most part, right? I mean,
you still going to the physicality of it. And I understand what you're saying.
But when you're an 18-year-old developed male,
Mhm.
you're going to be not light years, but if you're an athlete at 18, I'm not talking about the regular, the kid. I'm talking about athletes.
Mhm.
An 18-year-old male athlete. Perfect example right here. The 15-year-old travel team from Texas defeated the women's national team in soccer in a game when they were gearing up for the last World Cup. 15-year-old boys beat and defeated the greatest soccer team of women in the entire world. That tells you everything you need to know right there in that statement, for me at least. You're not seeing 15-year-old girls go out and beat an average men's team. I'm not even talking about the best in the world. A 15-year-old women's team is not athletically going out and beating the U.S. men's World Cup team, which usually gets knocked out if they make the round of 36. They're not even the best in the world.
Right.
I don't.
It's a very polarizing subject. We know that.
It is. I just think we need to get the actual facts.
But we need to get
science part
right.
And I want to hear from these women that are competing against transgender women, and I want to hear from a transgender women about, because look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to gear any hate or anything towards Leah Thomas.
Yeah, that's not what we're here for.
Because she's an individual, she's a person, she's a human being, got feelings, bleed like me, gonna die like me. And
I haven't said one bad word about it. From the discussion yesterday and today.
I never said you did.
I'm shitting on the theory, not the individual. I'm shitting on the overall picture and how it's, I think, degrading to women. And I never thought I would be standing up for women with all the jokes that I make. But I am, because I'm looking at it as a father. And I'm looking at it as, what if my daughter wanted to get into MMA and then somebody transitions and goes and pummels the shit out of my daughter? I'm fucking going to jail. Like that's all it comes down to, because it's not fair when you break it down to the science. It's not fair. We're not the same. Men and women are not the same. And it's
and I'm with you right there. I just want the science part of, when you transition, where in the point are you chemically balanced with a cis woman? If we can find that point, I have no problem. But
or if there is a balance,
yes,
right.
But that's why when we started the topic, I said you have Olympics, you got Paralympics. I'm not saying that's the solution for this type of situation when you got transgender athletes, and I don't know how transgender athletes will feel about it. But if you got,
they won't like it.
But I'm saying, if you got NBA, what's wrong with a transgender in the NBA? That's all I'm saying.
They'll never make it. In the NBA, they'll never make it.
He's saying have a WTNBA.
You take Brian Scalabrine, a laughing stock in the NBA, right? We joked that bad he shouldn't even been in the NBA. He's a punchline in the NBA, right? That he was even in the league.
Yeah.
He would be a dominant WNBA player. The best ever.
But what I'm saying is, you have Olympics, you got Paralympics. You're putting similar athletes that have similar disadvantages or advantages, just like you, and you're putting them in a competitive situation.
Right.
I'm just saying I wouldn't have a problem with having like a transgender only league because
Well,
you're
you'd have to
putting
build up to that over time. And eventually,
yeah.
30, 50, 60, 70 years from now, you might have enough people who've transitioned and that has become a thing where there's so many, you can have your own divisions in your own league. But until you get to that point where you're competing against other people who are equal to you, I can't see awarding a medal. And I know it's the NCAA, so
and I get you,
but they're not the high all be all authority of common sense and logic. Right? How long did it take them to fucking pay their athletes?
Well, technically,
so
they still ain't paying them.
Correct, they're not.
Technically, they still ain't paying them. They allowed to get paid. Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. How long did it take for them to be allowed to get compensation? So they're not the smartest when it comes to the best things for their student athletes.
Is that Matt saying that? Because
yeah, that's Matt. I think.
I actually wouldn't mind hearing what Bruce or what Caitlyn Jenner would say on this, because if you're speaking from a transgender woman who's going to be like, yeah, there's some advantage for some transgender women. If she's saying that, then I think that has more pull behind where you can go on that topic. But like I said, we'll put a pin on this because we pretty much hit our time limit. But I think it was an interesting conversation in the Facebook page, and I was like, maybe if we get some viewers on this, and just at the end of the day, I'm not going to suppress anybody for doing what they want to do. So
no, and I'm going to suppress the structure that it's being put under, not the individual for trying to achieve their goals. And
I'm glad you said that, bro, because that was
I said it yesterday too in the discussion. I'm like, I'm never shitting on an athlete. It's about competitive advantage. Yeah. And that's the part where the issue lies. And that's the part where the discussion needs to take place. Not whether Leah or anyone else like him or her, not saying that's a him or her. Anyone who transitions to either side, any athlete has the right to compete. But if you're at a competitive advantage, there should be a structure in which you're allowed to
make it balance.
And when you're allowed to receive an award or not. Because you can play perfect. I got it right here. I'm going to put a pretty little bow on it. You have recruiting allegations that go wrong. You're suspended from what? Syracuse had it. What do you get suspended from?
From postseason play.
Postseason play. You want to partake in all the meets in the regular season? Okay. But until we have a division for you to compete in, you're not going to compete in like this to receive a medal like yesterday. I think that's something that can be discussed. Now, people will get up in arms about it, but
hey, can't make everybody happy. But I think we need to find that balance,
that
happy medium where transgender women are just at the same balance of cis women, and I think once we find that point, it's probably not that much of a controversial topic. But I mean, I trust me, I get both sides of it. I'm just saying, not us. I'm saying everybody in the world, please be mindful of what you say about Leah Thomas. She is an individual, a human being. Don't throw your hate at her. Throw your hate at the system of the NCAA, because she's doing something that she wants to do, be competitive. And she is following regulations that is set up by a governing body.
She's doing within the structure that she's given.
Yes, exactly.
Just because the show that we do and the topics that we discuss, I know we get serious at times, but we're going to have to end on a very, very, I think, a very, very good Nick joke. I'm a little upset yesterday and still today about being called a bigot, because I would never choose to be a bigot over Leah or other athletes who are in that position. If I am ever going to be a bigot, it's going to be against Lamar and Jamel. Thank you, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait, what? Hold on. We got to extend the show.
A lot of different ways. I can take that a lot of different ways, bro. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new call.
On that one. A whole other discussion.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new call. We're taking the applications for new white guys. Anyway,
we need a new white guy.
Hey, Matt, are you available for Thursday?
I got the T on the shirt. Where is it?
On that note,
There's the T. There's the T for token. I'm the token.
Hey, we out, y'all. We'll see y'all
peace.
Everybody.